You just received an invoice for $50,000 and you have the budget. Here's one problem. You were not expecting it to hit this month. And that is the reality of many growing companies. It's not that they don't have money, they just have no visibility into what's going to hit their budget unless they receive an invoice. So if you are struggling with keeping track of every dollar before it hits your bank account, this video is for you, because in this video, I'm going to break down 3 reasons why companies don't have visibility in their upcoming spend and what they can do to solve it today. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome. My name is Sachin. I am the founder of Procure Desk, where we help growing companies with better spend control and better cash flow visibility. So let's jump right in. Number 1 is you're not tracking your outstanding commitments. Here's a common scenario. Let's say you have a budget for quarterly facility management. Let's call it $250,000. There are, let's say your facility managers are working with different vendors. They're just calling them. You haven't received all the invoices. You have no visibility in terms of what you're going to receive, right? So what your outstanding commitments are. So you might have received, let's say 180,000 worth of invoices and you feel like, yeah, I'm under budget. But the reality is you have another maybe 100,000 invoice, which is not still invoice with a vendor, which is going to cause cash flow problems. So a easy fix for this is to track your upfront commitment. So having maybe a purchase order process where you can basically map it to a budget upfront, even though it is not invoice. So that way you know what you're going to receive and when. You could just have a simple process where you are tagging each line with expected invoice date, and that allows you to kind of build better cash flow report, right? Number 2 is manual research for reconciliation. So a common problem is, even if you have a purchase order process, when the invoice comes in, you have to reconcile the invoice with a purchase order. So let's say the purchase order was for 5,000, the invoice is for 6,000. Now you don't know why that is the case, and you're just waiting for it to be reconciled so you can figure out whether you went over budget, when you need to pay it, and so on. A common fix to this problem would be automate the matching process. So rather than you chasing people for basically getting approval for things that are over a purchase order, have a process where the invoice comes in, gets matched to a PO or a purchase order, and if it is over the entire amount, just route it out to the right person so that they can review and approve it. So that's kind of a simple fix for automating the reconciliation process. Number 3 is there's no visibility in terms of absolutely what you're going to get at any given time. So for example, let's say you are a construction company, your crew is in the field and they're ordering continuously supplies and so on. You absolutely have visibility in terms of what is invoiced, but you actually don't know what is yet to be invoiced and how. A simple fix to this problem is twofold. Number 1 is have a budget for each project where you can break up granular lines of how much I'm going to spend on material, how much I'm going to spend on services or subcontractors. I'm using a construction example, but you could just modify it for your own purpose. And the second would be estimated timelines in terms of like having a PO upfront for everything, even though the service will be delivered, let's say 3 months or 6 months down the line. So 1 is you can map it against your budget. Number 2 is now you can track exactly, or at least forecast when this would be invoiced and so on. So if you want to track every dollar before it hits your bank, do these 3 things. Number 1 is track your outstanding commitments. Number 2 is automate your reconciliation process. And number 3 is have visibility into the entire pipeline of what is going to come down the line. If you are struggling with spend control, use the link below to schedule some time with one of our product specialists, and we can walk you through how a system like Procure Desk can help you with better spend control. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.